Down for the count. So TMZ had a video of him all up in the hospital. He was, strapped up and stuff. We are not putting out any graphic information like that. I just don't think it's right that they have that type of video. I think somebody from the nurses team probably sold it, to TMZ the same way they selling Diddy photos and everything. I'm like, why we ain't got no R. Kelly?
Down for the count.tmz ran a video of him laid up in the hospital, strapped to machines and monitors. We're not repeating or showing anything graphic like that because it doesn't sit right. Someone from the medical side likely sold that footage the same way photos and leaks around Diddy have been making their way out. And people are asking the obvious question, why is this kind of access always available when certain names are involved? They're calling it pneumonia, but people who understand Ray J's world aren't buying that. Not after what happened to Kim Porter. Same symptoms, same sudden collapse, and the same man sitting at the center of two empires built on secrets. Diddy's and the Kardashians. Both are worlds Ray J has spent the last year trying to set on fire. Now he's in a Las Vegas hospital bed, hooked up to machines, while his Instagram pretends everything is normal, birthday plans, smiling selfies, like a man who either doesn't understand how bad this looks or doesn't care. The people around him look different. They look like they've seen this movie before. Because they have.
Ray J's a good dude. Ray J's a good dude. So I'm going to ask God to please heal this man fast, in a hurry. Please help this man get up real fast and go catch a rabbit. Apparently he's in the hospital from pneumonia. I think he having some chest pains and heart pains. He's 44 years old. He don't look 44. He still look 12.
Let's start with the diagnosis. Severe pneumonia. Just like 2021, when Ray J said he thought he was going to die. Back then, he told TMZ he started praying because he felt it was over. This time, the prayers aren't coming from him, they're coming from people who know what happens when you cross the wrong power players in this industry. And Ray J has crossed two of the biggest. First, Kim Kardashian, a woman he's accused of federal crimes, claiming she and Kris Jenner are facing a racketeering investigation. So serious it would make Diddy's legal problems look minor. Then there's Diddy himself, a man whose inner circle has reportedly made their feelings about Ray J very clear. The kind of clarity that ends with hospital stays and convenient explanations. Now let's talk specifics. Lobar pneumonia. That's the official term.
They're going through it. They don't work. They're mentally messed up. They're whether you got a $2 billion budget or you got a $200,000, everybody's done.
The same condition that took Kim Porter, Diddy's ex, in 2018, the same illness that albeit sure has openly questioned. The same diagnosis that suddenly has Ray J fighting for his life after months of dropping bombshells about both families. Coincidence? Maybe. But in a world where Diddy is facing trafficking charges and Kim Kardashian's lawyers are calling Ray J's lawsuits frivolous while he lies in a hospital bed, coincidence starts sounding like the punchline to a very dark joke. And it gets messy, eh? Ray J wasn't whispering. He was screaming on live streams, in interviews, anywhere a camera would point his way. He called out Diddy's payoffs. He accused Kim and Kris of extortion. He even joked, if you can call it that he was the new Diddy on Kai Cenat's stream right before things got strange. Really strange. The kind of strange that ends with a man in handcuffs on Thanksgiving, waving a gun on live video, screaming about people trying to take his kids. In hindsight, it looks less like a meltdown and more like someone who knew something was coming.
I know you are, but stop. I'm trying to help you out. All right, cool. You good? Yep. Literally, they're about to pull up right now.
But this isn't just about Ray J's health. It's about timing. 4 years, he was the industry's punchline, the man tied forever to an intimacy tape he says was consensual, while Kim Kardashian turned that moment into an empire and he got cast as the villain. Then suddenly, he fights back. He sues Kim and Kris for $6 million, accusing them of violating their settlement by dragging the tape back into public view on their Hulu show. He starts talking about federal investigations. He starts naming names. And then what happens? The pneumonia returns, worse this time, with heart complications, right in the middle of a bizarre reality project where he's hitchhiking across the country, sleeping on strangers' couches, and looking more unhinged by the day. A man with no protection, no filter, and suddenly no breath. And still, he's posting birthday celebrations, smiling like someone who either doesn't see the danger or understands it perfectly and refuses to blink. Because Ray J has always been the one who Says the quiet part out loud. He crashes streams. He pulls guns on Thanksgiving. He sues the Kardashians and doubles down when they sue back. Just months ago, he was telling anyone who would listen that the feds were coming for Kim and Kris, that Diddy's world was collapsing, that he had receipts. Now he's the one collapsing in a hospital with the same condition that killed Diddy's ex, while the people he accused stay silent. And that brings us to the Kardashian angle. Because this isn't just about Diddy. This is about a family that never loses. That $6 million settlement, where Kim and Kris allegedly paid Ray J to stay quiet, is an ancient history. It's now central to the accusation that they broke the deal by rewriting the story on television. That's not just a lawsuit, that's a pattern. The Kardashians don't just win, they erase, and Ray J has been trying to stop that erasure for years, calling them liars, accusing them of extortion, even claiming in legal filings that Kim begged him to support the narrative that the tape was leaked against her will.
False story about the tape being leaked against her will.
So Ray J, look, can you talk about what's in the actual doc? Because people were surprised too that there were 2 tapes that y'all shot.
Okay, hold on.
Try to talk to the mic.
And what happens when you try to rewrite the Kardashian story? Ask Kanye. Ask Pete Davidson. Ask anyone who thought they could go toe-to-toe with that machine and walk away clean. The Kardashians don't just fight back, they weaponize. And right now, Ray J is in a hospital bed, his body failing him, while their lawyer dismisses his claims as frivolous. While Kim Kardashian goes on national television revealing a brain aneurysm, stress, doctors say, crying about divorce, law school, raising kids in the spotlight, while the world sympathizes. Ray J's kids are posting birthday plans like everything's normal, like their father isn't fighting for his life in a city where secrets get buried and pneumonia diagnoses get handed out like business cards. And then there's Diddy, oh, Diddy.
I would rather be not in jail, because I'd rather be than to be on medication. No one from the family has taken any responsibility for my hospital visit, but if we were to go online, that's 50% of what people say at least. Or maybe, am I lying?
It doesn't matter.
Am I lying? It do matter! It does matter! It does matter!
The man Ray J says has been paying off accusers for years. The man whose legal problems deepen by the day. The man whose ex, Kim Porter, died from the same condition Ray J is battling now. The man whose inner circle, insiders claim, made it very clear Ray J was talking too much. And what does Ray J do? He keeps talking. He jokes about being the new Diddy on Kai Cenat's stream. He hints at federal investigations. He starts naming names. And then pneumonia, heart pain. A hospital stay. Just like Kim Porter. Just like that. Now look at the timeline. This isn't random. Ray J spends years as the industry joke, the tape guy, the reality TV mess. Then suddenly he flips the script. He accuses Diddy of payoffs. He claims Kim and Kris are facing federal charges. He files lawsuits. He goes on rants. And his health collapses again, the same way it did in 2021. The same way Kim Porter's did. At some point, coincidence starts to look like a playbook. And playbooks leave fingerprints, like the fact this happened in Las Vegas, not LA, not New York, but Vegas. The city where anything happens and nothing sticks. The city where Ray J was allegedly in a tense run-in with Diddy's sons months earlier. The city sources say Diddy's people handle problems, and it's the city where Ray J's lungs suddenly started failing. And then there's the hitchhiking project. Because Ray J has been moving like a man, either running from something or straight toward it.
Feeling, brother? You good? I'm feeling good.
You got a lot going on?
Lot going on, yeah. I wanna make it really. I'm happy that this is my platform now. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Yes.
To go into the holidays in the Q4 correctly.
Okay.
With respect and honor and love.
Filming himself sleeping on strangers' couches, begging for food, talking about how hard it is to get home. Like someone with nothing left to protect in an industry where people get silenced for far less. That's not a red flag. That's a flare gun. And then there's the silenced NO statements from Ray J's team, NO hospital updates. Just Instagram birthday posts and smiles, either denial or a message. On the other side, total quiet. Diddy's camp isn't talking. The Kardashians aren't talking. Even Princess Love, Ray J's ex-wife, the woman from that infamous Thanksgiving livestream, is silent. It's like everyone's holding their breath.
I just want to say, I've been doing a really great job at protecting my peace. and staying off of social media and just going to work, taking care of my kids, minding my business. I love my kids, and I would never do anything to put them in danger, including leaving them with a man who's waving a gun around.
Waiting to see if Ray J walks out of that hospital or if this is where the story ends. And stories like this never end clean. There's always a loose thread, a question unanswered, a coincidence that doesn't sit right. Like the way Ray J's pneumonia flares under extreme stress. And right now, he's under the kind of stress that puts people in ICUs. Suing the Kardashians, accusing Diddy, knowing too much in a world where knowing too much can land you in a hospital bed. But here's the wildest part. While Ray J fights for his next breath, the world keeps spinning. Kim Kardashian is still on TV, telling her story. And Ray J, he's still hooked to machines at the center of two collapsing empires, waiting to see if he survives long enough to tell the rest.
Cause, yes.
So the bar exam is 3 months away.
Do you feel nervous about the bar?
Yeah, I'm not ready yet.
I am feeling a little bit overwhelmed.
What?
Someone from prison was like, this person put a hit out on your life.
That's better than the dog.
Diddy's in court fighting trafficking charges. Princess Love stays quiet. The kids post about birthdays. And Ray J, he's the only one who looks like he's actually in danger. The only one whose body is giving out while everyone else keeps moving. The only one who, if the whispers are true, knew this was coming. And that's when the pneumonia starts to feel different. The timing, the fact Kim Porter died the same way. The fact Ray J has spent months warning that the feds were coming. That the truth was coming, that he had nothing left to lose. And now he's the one who can't breathe. He's the one hooked to machines. He's the one smiling online like everything's fine while the world waits to see if he makes it out. So no, this isn't just about pneumonia. This is about a man who knew too much, spoke too loud, and suddenly can't catch his breath. This is about two of the most powerful families in entertainment, both with histories of making problems disappear. This is about a pattern that looks less like bad luck, and more like a warning. And if Ray J doesn't walk out of that hospital, it won't be the first time someone who knew too much was silenced by a diagnosis. Playbooks leave fingerprints, and these fingerprints are everywhere. From the Kardashians' $6 million settlement to Diddy's legal collapse to the way Ray J has been moving like a man either running scared or fully aware of what's coming.
If you look at how the Kardashians handle media versus how you've handled media, what's the biggest lesson you've learned about controlling your own narrative?
I don't give a that's controlling the narrative. How I am now, it exudes what anybody can do, and it seems like it's a crash out. But it's a voice where I'm speaking my voice and every day is getting heard.
And if history has taught us anything, it's that nothing in these worlds is ever just a coincidence. Not the pneumonia, not the timing, not the fact that the loudest voice is suddenly the one that can't speak. So keep watching the Instagram posts. Listen to the silence. And when Ray J either walks out of that hospital or doesn't, ask yourself how many times the same script has to play out before we stop calling it coincidence. How many hospital beds? How many identical diagnoses? How many people who know too much suddenly unable to talk? Because in Hollywood, the only thing more dangerous than the truth is the person telling it. And right now, Ray J was holding the mic until he couldn't breathe, until the pneumonia hit, until the heart pain started, until the world began watching to see if he'd survive. And that's when you know this isn't just a story, it's a warning. Written in hospital charts, legal filings, and the kind of silence that only exists when powerful people have something to hide. So stay tuned. Because if Ray J is telling the truth, this isn't the end, it's the moment they think they've won. And in a town built on secrets, the most dangerous man isn't the one who talks too much. It's the one who suddenly can't talk at all. Now look at the fingerprints. If you really want to understand what's happening, start with Kim Porter's alleged memoir. The one her family says never existed. The one Sure claims got her silenced. The one he says detailed years of private horrors inside Diddy's world before she died of the same condition Ray J is now battling. Lobar pneumonia, a flash drive of secrets, a sudden collapse. And a family insisting it's all just tragedy. Porter's children have called the memoir fake. But Sure keeps pushing. Missing pages, stolen notes, a vanished laptop, and what he's implying is clear. Her private writings lined up too closely with the charges Diddy faces today. trafficking, racketeering, a system built on payoffs and silence. The same kind of system Ray J has spent the last year screaming about. And speaking of patterns, look at the Kardashians. Remember Kim's brain aneurysm reveal? Stress, the doctor said. Divorce, law school. But timing matters. And in this story, timing is everything.
It looks like Kim Kardashian is using her reality show to make, I mean, I hate to say it because I love Kim and I hope she passes the bar, but I think she's using the show to make excuses ahead of time in case she flunked.
That diagnosis dropped on the very same show where Kim and Chris allegedly broke their $6 million agreement with Ray J, the written promise to never mention the tape again. The same episode where, according to Ray J's lawsuit, they dragged it back into the spotlight anyway. The same platform where Kim, Chris, and even you started throwing around words like extortion and assault, once again casting Ray J as the villain. Coincidence? Or a reminder of what happens when you stop playing by their rules? Because the Kardashians don't just win, they rewrite history. And Ray J is the one chapter they've never been able to erase. The man who embarrassed them with a song. The man who sued them for breaking their word. The man who, just months ago, started hinting at federal investigations and racketeering like he had nothing left to lose. And now he's gasping for air in a Las Vegas hospital while their lawyer calls his claims frivolous, and their show moves forward like nothing happened. But don't forget Diddy's playbook, because this is where the dots start connecting. Remember Ray J's 2011 warning to Fabulous? I got goons on call. Back then it sounded like bravado. Now it sounds like someone who understood how the game really works. Fast forward to last Thanksgiving, when Ray J pulled a gun on live video, screaming about people coming for his kids, his life, his sanity.
Bro, I swear to God, I'll shoot the fuck out of you.
Shoot me right now. Shoot me right now. Shoot me right now.
Oh, I shoot me right now. Take my son. No. I hate you over the fuck here, bro.
Hey, you supposed to be family.
Nah, get the fuck out of here. You're doing my house.
Hey. Stop. Stop. Okay. I know you are.
A man unraveling in real time. A man who weeks later began speaking about Diddy's legal troubles like he had front row access. And what followed? The pneumonia flared. The heart pain hit. The hospital stay began. First the threats, then the breakdown, then the silence. So ask the question no one else wants to ask. How many times does the same script have to play out before we stop calling it bad luck? How many times does someone who knows too much end up in a hospital bed with the same diagnosis as Diddy's ex, while the people he's been exposing say nothing? And if Ray J doesn't walk out of that hospital, who's next? Because in a town built on secrets, the only thing more dangerous than the truth is the person telling it. And Ray J was holding the mic until he couldn't breathe. Until the world started watching to see if he'd survived that. So tell us, what do you think really happened to Ray J? Drop your theories in the comments. Hit like and subscribe. Because in Hollywood, the only thing sharper than a knife is the truth.